began when the director decided to throw a small piece of tacky, but she missed her target and she hit me in the back of the head. So I took it and I made the kitty here. That's shown in figure 1. The center director loved my kitty and decided that she wanted more figurines like this. So then a couple of the workers from the center have now participated in this and created a bunch of Play-Doh figurines, including herself. So how to get started on making these Play-Doh figurines? You first have to begin by establishing what it is you want to make. One of the workers who makes mobile things, like you can see the Ferris wheel here, I think he also made a bike. It's shown in the next slide. It might be important to start out by making some sort of schematic. If you're creating animals and people, it's much simpler. You can just jump right into it. Choose your Play-Doh colors. There are many Play-Doh colors out there, but if you want to just start out with the primary colors, that's good. You can make other colors from them. Black, for example, just every color. Skin color takes a little work, kind of mixing to get the proportions kind of right to get the skin color you need. Dark red, we discovered that you can't make red any redder. So the director decided she'd use food coloring to get the correct shade of red she wanted for some of her flowers. And then green and purple is normal mixing colors that you would experience in like painting or anything else. And then you can start creating. So you start out with different shapes, obviously. So we try to, when the students at the center talk to us about it, we try to orient it towards math. So spheres for heads, cones for body, cylinders for legs and arms. If we were very ambitious, we'd kind of have a scale factor to go with them, but that's kind of hard to do. So so from Play-Doh dries out when you let it sit out. So these figurines are all solid and you can't move them. You can't change them, but they do break easily, or we've noticed that as they dry out, they tend to shrink a little bit, but we've developed certain methods. So pin method, water method, chisel method, and tweezer method that can help you add detail and help make sure that pieces stick together once they dry out, because it kind of gets hard. So for ensuring that pieces stick together, the pin method works really well. You can we've tried toothpick and other sort of toothpick-like objects. We've also had Play-Doh rods that have dried out, and then we put them between the two pieces to make sure things stick together. So for example, a body to a head, or I think in the Ferris wheel we used rods here in order to connect the two pieces of the Ferris wheel, the two wheels. The water method is very useful. You can use it along with the pin mat or just by itself. It helps adhere different Play-Doh pieces to each other. For example, the log cabin, which the director made, she used a lot of water just to make sure that things would stick to each other after they've dried out. And then the chisel method, so on this side we have more detail-oriented methods. The chisel method is good for cutting out pieces or adding detail. So you can make faces with a chisel. I call it a chisel. Apparently it's just a screwdriver, but it looked like a chisel to me, so I named it a chisel. And I use it to add more detail to the faces, or if we've made vases and we had to add detail to the vases, so we do cutouts and just decorations. Tweezer method was actually developed by one of our other co-workers who decided to make grass, and he used a tweezer to pull on the Play-Doh and it looked more like grass. So we've continued that, and it just helps add different textures to your Play-Doh making. So yeah, that's Play-Doh making. You can make different things like Play-Doh figurine making, different things like log cabins, penguins. If we go back, all these flowers are made out of Play-Doh. This bicycle is made out of Play-Doh, which doesn't have a chain, but if you pull on it, the wheels definitely turn. Same with the wagon, wheels turn. And the seesaw here is also up and down. The swing moves as well. So.
Hi, I'm Philip, and today I'm going to show you some of the techniques that we use for making our Play-Doh models. There's a few different techniques, so today I'm just going to focus on a simple project making an Earth, a model of Earth with Play-Doh, but it can get really interesting. You can mix colors. I'm not going to show any mixing colors today. We're just going to keep it simple. So right here we have our green and our blue Play-Doh. And so I'm going to start with our blue Play-Doh because the Earth has a nice oceany color to it. There we go. And then we're just going to cut off a nice sized chunk. I found a credit card to be a really good tool for this because I get a nice even straight cut, so you can see right there. See that? Okay. So that's all I'll need for that. And then our first step here is that we're going to have to shape this into a ball because the Earth is a ball. Okay. So another method that I've found that works really well is to take a card and to roll our Play-Doh. This a little bit easier on a hard surface. Get vigorous, it'll turn out fine. Might even have to do it the old-fashioned way and roll it between your palms a bit. There, that's shaping up. Now I use the credit card as a flat surface because I found it works a lot better for helping the Play-Doh get that nice spherical shape that we want. I think we've almost got it. Yeah, perfect. I mean, Earth isn't a perfect sphere anyway, so it's okay. Okay, so let's get our green now. We're gonna have to put some continents on here. Oh man. Okay, there we go. So for our green, I think we'll need a little bit of that. So I'm going to slice it again using our slicing technique. Yeah, so we get a nice slice just like that. See, and we're probably not gonna need all of this, so we'll portion it up as we go. We'll see. We'll see what we need. Okay. So we're gonna have to make few thin slices, and then we'll just kind of shape it with our hands. Part where you can get a little creative. You tear it as you go, I don't know. I mean, the coast of the North American continent isn't, perfect. Got some jaggedy edges to it. And we'll just sort of stick that on. Now, something that I've noticed that works a little better is what I like to call the water method. It's a really interesting method that I've found. And the way it works, it's not too complicated, so you can do this on your own at home. What you do is you take a little bit of water, so just regular water. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. You take a little bit of water and you put it on one Play-Doh surface, and then you use that to stick the other one on. And the reason this works, if I can get a little sciencey about this, is because Play-Doh has a lot of water in it. So when you add water to the Play-Doh surface, they get to combine with each other because the waters are mixing. Now we get that, okay. I have to add some smaller tools to get the smaller islands on here, so I'm going to work on Greenland now. It's right there, stick it on with our water, and then we also have something called the chisel method, which is where we use a chisel-like tool to add some detail or to help stick things on. Or really whatever you need it for. I mean, Play-Doh making is an art too, so there's that aspect to it. Probably should get Europe on here at some point. Use some more water. Perfect. And we'll get South America too. Get a little water. Stick that on. Just like that. Starting to come together. See, we got North America, we got South America, we got Greenland going on here. I think I need 2 more continents? Oh, wait, which side is up? Anyway, it's fine. It's not going to be perfect. I guess I'll just put Africa. I don't know. Asia doesn't fit anymore. Okie dokie. And yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. And then with the water to stick them on, it should turn out really nice. And so now all that we have to do is we set it aside to let it dry, which makes it harden up nicely so it's not going to change shape anymore, so the 6 continents that we have on our planet will stay there. And so yeah, that's it. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope that explains everything. So there's our nice planet, and thank you for watching. Bye!